Good morning, good afternoon, and good evening, ladies and children. It is Perseverus, and welcome to, well, you know what time it is. Right. Canis is nuts, man. Let's just start here, shall we? Alright, sweetie. So, love Commander, but thought I'd try this out as Canis seems particularly strong. I think I've got a decent ratio with him at the moment. He is certainly powerful. Like, I swear they were meant to nerf him. I remember seeing they turned this into 2 energy for like 3 damage. I was like, that's not a nerf. How is that a nerf? But mom. So if you wanted to nerf him, you should have done the same damage for 1 extra cost of energy, not add another one. But I'm not complaining right now on the basis of using it. So yeah, this became an interesting game of slapping each other daft. So quite a lot of people at the moment are trying to go for the limbs. I'm not actually sure if that is the most effective strategy against Canis. I tend to play face bashy, simple decks like Commander and Horus who go, well, screw that, I'm going to just punch you in the face until you stop. So one of the big and important things for me is using it. People save it up. I really don't. I do. There's one game a bit later which I might show you where I do, but protect your limbs. They're important. You need them for things like walking and punching and shooting. Yeah. So like Canis does well with a bit of sort of card draw. Things like supply lines, you need asteroid belts, that's super important, and then just fat things that force them to make difficult choices. Do I kill the 2/7 mortar carrier, or do I try and bring down one of his limbs? Do I do I kill the Doombringer, or do I hit him in the face? It's tough. Like that's the point. So one of the things I quite like about this as well is that he shields this guy, and I don't really have anything to do with that right now. So I just switch tack, and it's just pressure, and he's going to kill this, and that's obviously not good for me. But I've got Corax, so he's got 2 low things, so I'm going to start reaping the benefits, I feel. But he's got a powerful board. He's looking quite powerful, strong at this point. So really, for me, it's just about starting to get to work on his limbs. Because he's got to work out what to do now. Because there's a Korozeth Doombringer. He's got a guy on 3 health, a guy on 7 health. These 2 are going to die, So this confused me a little. I guess he was trying to minimize the risk of that guy going out, but like for me, I would have just traded it with Coriol's Zeth, and then he would have had a gold stones to do other things. But yeah. I'll take a turn to recuperate. Recharge my lasers. But yeah, I've now got board control, and you know he's reacting to me, which is good. I mean, obviously that's ideal because now I can do this. I can play a Doombringer. You know, and all of a sudden he's limbless. It's not good for him. You know, it's quite systematic in the way that it deals with, you know, its opponents. I wouldn't say it's quick, certainly not as quick as, you know, Kabanda or Horus, but gets the job done. Oof. Oof! But yeah, this sort of went like how I feel a Titan fight would go, you know, just like two big boys smashing the fuck out of each other. Because, like, you know, I'm not looking healthy. Obviously, I'm not looking unhealthy, but... And even now, like, he's causing problems. I mean, you know, obviously I've got him. But, like, if he had a front line, or, you know, it would make it tricky for me to deal with him. Ooh. There you go. Evilest Dan. I'm the evilest Dan. I'm actually going to show you a few of my losses because, oh my, were they amazing. Let's have a look at Kabanda. So, Ghibbhtdd. Ghibbhtdd. I don't know. Oh, Ghibbhtdd. What am I doing? So this is quite a nice opening hand for me. Lots of sort of, you know, the card draw that I like. Obviously that's irritating, but I'm a murderer. So there's always a bit of a risk, you know, getting both of these done like in one go. I did it on the first turn because I want, like, it's clearly going to be a race. I don't know with Commander if going for the limbs is the right call. I feel like with Commander you want to just be hit in the face, having played him, but I could be wrong, you know. I don't know. So he's clearly not going for my face, so I'm just going to protect up my limbs. Obviously, I get that guy to a 3-1, so I can kill him next turn. Again, it leaves me vulnerable, but I've got 5 energy and I've got these two guys available. Ideally, he doesn't play a card, and then I can Astro Belts and I can ping him, or I can supply lines, which at this stage might be more worthwhile. I mean, don't get me wrong, he's getting my limbs down quickly, but like, what's he done? Like 12 damage there? I'd be on 23 health. I feel like that's better, but you know. But this is good. I've now got my 2 limbs free. I've got a gun open. That's obviously a problem, but I can informant network that if I feel like I need to. I'm going to do that. Yeah. Because that guy can become a real problem if he gets mutated. Like, he just escalates way out of your control. Yeah. Linear Hydra is pretty good. Not quite sure how relevant it would be against a Kabanda, but I mean a 9-8 for 6 is nothing to be coy about. Yeah, that's dying, but it's always going to be the case. Now, obviously, the big thing now is that I've got this guy low as well, and that's going to cause me even more problems. On the bright side, once it's gone, I've got a side that's free from getting nuked. There we go. So, yeah, I'm going to get rid of this. That was wrong. I should have obviously done this fist first, because now he's got a mutation. But eLiteD's dead, so eh. Yeah, I think he was hoping for ward, but no. And now I've got a nice board. That's pretty cool. Problem for him is I've got Iria, you know, and I know for a fact most Kabanda decks will only have one Warmaster Deceit in them. I mean, 2's just overkill. Not in this case, but like you can't free up a slot just for Canis. Yeah. As you can see, it's not looking great for our intrepid hero. I could have potentially killed that, but you know. Making him spend the energy to do it again is just as annoying. Yeah, there you go. I'm going to show you. Not. I'll show you maybe Jaghati. No, if I go Jaghati and Exodus, and then I'll show you 2 losses because the 2 losses are actually pretty epic. And they'll give you a good idea of how to fight Canis as well. Because, I'll be honest, I feel a little bit cheeky playing Canis. I feel a little bit unclean. But, you know, I've spent, this is the 6th month trying to get into the top 50. It's probably about time I got my hands a little bit dirty to do it. You know? Not in terms of the spirit of the game, obviously, like, be respectful and all, but just, like, other people play Canis. Why not me? You know, I'll probably jump back to Kabanda at some point, because he is so much fun. But, yeah, this is quite, it's quite relaxing playing Canis. You know, it's a deck with loads and loads of options, all of which are pretty good. You know. And there's a nice rhythm to it as well. I've always maintained with this, rather than having it like, if you want to balance Canis, make this like 1 every 2 turns, rather than 2 every 3. Like it doesn't sound like a big deal. That's a big deal. Being able to like shield up your stuff 2 times in a row makes it so difficult to take out his limbs. That's 2 times a turn where I'm not taking face damage and you're exerting at least energy to damage a limb. Like, for me, that's if I were, I'm not, but if I were a developer, that's where I'd be looking to balance Canis out, because I honestly think that would kill him. Like, Horus already has a pretty good matchup and would just nail him in the face. Kabanda would nail him in the face, provided you actually go for the face. Like, I think Jaghati would smash him out. Like, again, I wonder if going for the limbs is the right play. I don't know. The thing is that I'm going off gut experience here. Like, I mean, and also impatience. I'm not necessarily the like, I'm not basing it on any data or playtesting or anything like that. But from my experience of playing against Canis, unless I'm Canis, going for the limbs has not worked. That doesn't make it wrong. Could be that I'm a bad player, but you know, it's my feelings. So yeah, you know, getting him low. It's still, you know, up in the air. Obviously, he's got rid of that guy, which is a problem. But area, man. If you're playing Canis, leave a destroy like open to get rid of that fuck, because he will just ruin your day. Ruin your day. We'll go with Exodus. This is a cool game. Like, I definitely didn't feel particularly comfortable during this one. Oh. It's like Armless Dinette says, victory is a puzzle there to be solved.
I am the Lord of Hellfire.
So, Asteroid Belt. I have a, you know, really nice hand, and I use my drilling sight here to charge up my second blaster. Like, I don't know if I'm using that wrong, like, you know, if I'm using it unnecessarily. I feel like that's a good use of an Asteroids Belt. Clearly that's what the 2 energy is for, although I wonder if it's so that you can, like, spark off a cheeky shot when you wouldn't have otherwise been able to do it, rather than just charging up another one. But then, you know, the times that I have both of them charged up is pretty much non-existent anyway. So yeah, I'll draw a Helios mortar carrier. Woohoo! Use one of those. I'm always a little bit sort of tentative about doing that, but like, I figured as I had the other one available, and next turn if I play the Helios mortar carrier, I only have space to fire one off anyway. So obviously this is a big issue. I think I command bridge here, which is which is a mistake, because obviously I forget that you draw it. Oh, that's why it's necessary, because it allows me to kill both of them and they don't run away from me. So this is the one where I'm saving up energy, mainly because he hasn't played anything that's so far that's, like, you know, caused me to use it. But yeah, I'm trying to keep a nice reserve up. It ends up sort of paying off this this round. So so yeah, obviously the 6-4 is going to go off. Trying to give him things to think about. You never know, I might hit it with my Helios mortar carrier. I'm just trying to sort of mitigate the damage to my board in whatever way I can.
We are Legion.
Ow! There goes my mortar carrier, but you know, I prevented sort of 6 damage going onto my body, so that's good. Still got good health, but I mean I'm obviously in the region of getting my big things out. Pressure's definitely on the little Exodus that could. I mean, Alpha Legionary. Oh no, I gave it away. So yeah, now I start using that psychic energy to sort of, avoid taking 5 damage to something that I value. Ah, it's a scary Legion Glaive! So clearly going to do that. And I'm glad I kept back all that energy, because that means I don't take 10 damage to one of my limbs. So I'm putting that out because I'm hoping he'll use his ability on it. If I'm lucky, he doesn't have something to play for 2 energy and he has to waste his turn, which is nice. Ah, my beautiful face. And yeah, so now it's just about racing him down. Keeping my hand low as well, because if he's got a harrowing, I don't want it to be too impactful. Oh. So glad I kept the informant network, and that's lethal. There we go. So Canis is hella cool. I will show you these 2 defeats though, because oh my, are they good fun. Corvus and yeah. So Ornatov got scary. I really like this deck. It's super cool. But Chulinerd, your deck is cool. Never heard of the Rage Knights, but man, he just flattens me. What did he do to him? What was it? Training Cage? Training Cage, man. Horrifyingly good card with this deck. Hi, I'm a 5/5 who, because of my board, is always going to come back. How horrifying is that for me? He's not going to attack like these 2 guys. He's just going to attack my horrible, horrible face, and I'm going to die repeatedly. It's ridiculous, and obviously he's going to get it back and play it every single turn from this point forwards. It's ridiculous. Hi! It's like, ow, stop it, quit it. You'll notice he's going for my face. There's nothing scarier, in my opinion, than an opponent who just, goes for your face. They've seen through the illusion, I really hate him. There's just nothing I can do. Yeah. So I put the Duke out. Maybe I should have put the Skitarii out. Maybe I should have put the Scutarii out. But yeah, that was pretty horrible, because now I can't return it to his hand. He's got a really nice board, and why? Oh, this is just horrible. So what am I going to do here? Yeah, I could have defend sats, but if it fails, I'm screwed, man. I wonder if maybe it would have been better play. Maybe it was. Yeah. I mean, it doesn't get much worse than this, does it? He's just beating me to death, and he's got a 10-9, and I don't like it. I dislike it, if I'm honest. I mean, look at this absolute monster. And I have to kill that. And he can play it again. And he's got a 10-9. And now he's got an arcology. Ah! It's so good. And that's such a cool idea with Ornatov. Like, really, that 6 energy with Ornatov. Love it. Mate, that is a sick deck. Like, I want to remake it. I'll make that at some point, or at least I'll try to, because that's fantastic. What? He wasn't awake. He was not awake. Well, he wasn't when I had him. Alright, and this one's really cool. Last one, then I've got a dash. Yeah, Slayer Rewards is really funny when you get it off. I haven't yet, but, you know. I think I got him off with Cabanda. I think I lost that, though. I think he got his Cabanda out turn early. Oh, yeah, and then he gave him Terror, like an absolute bastard. Yeah, no, this is super cool. So, eLiteDrSS is, like, in a top 10 at the moment. Last night, he was second. He's smashing it. And this game, man, is good. You know what? This is one where he goes for the limbs, and it works. He just dismantles me. Like, the pressure of this deck is relentless. I mean, I get him low. I almost take him with me. But, yeah, this is, I think, possibly my most exciting game of the month so far. You know, only a day in, but... yeah, just smashing it out. Forcing me to obviously deal with things other than his face. Where he can. So yeah, I've used an Asteroids Belt, which is nice. Ow! Quit it! Quit it! I think I let him draw again. Yeah, I do, because so, you know, I don't assume I'm going to hit him, but I take the risk. So he gets 2 draws out of me, which is, you know, I felt at the time I could live with. That's really cool. Do like an escapable cell. I went from a 4 costing creature to an 8 costing creature. What do I do here? I wonder if I should have played Caronite Squad. But then he's not going for me, he's going for that. I do wonder if that's a bit redundant in this deck. Maybe. Although I guess it encourages him to go away from your body into limbs. So if someone is going hard face, that's scary. Fortunately, I think I can deal with it. Because I've got an informant network. Yeah. So like, yeah, this guy's just every turn's been threat. And, you know, I've just been rolling with those punches, reacting where I can, trying to get some damage off onto him. You know, intense. I do use that rather than this. So, I don't know why. I feel like that's worth saving. over like a goldstone. I think it's the fact that you can pop, pop, pop. Don't know why, but yeah. Ow. So there goes limb number 1. Which is not ideal. So I have to ping out with that, which is not ideal. But I've got this guy. Like, I could be okay. Yeah. Now he starts going for limb number 2. But I'm really low, man. Like, you know, this is not ideal for me. So, do I drop both? Yeah. Deal with that. You fucking crow. But I'm a raven. The crows are the night guard. Shut your face. You're a crow. Caw! So he gets this guy out and I'm like, aha! Well, he has no more of those guys. Obviously the fact he came out fast was an absolute bastard. I think I have to like use both of my board clears to kill him. It's disappointing. But I've shielded up. Like I'm slowly shielding my things. Yeah, so took a risk with the defense sats. Then a rain of fire him. I'll deal 6 damage to his face as well. So it's not like it is a bad plan. You know, like things are looking all right here. Like he's at high, you know, 15 health. That was an unfortunate thing to happen the moment I dropped all my board clear. But it's fine. I can deal with it. I can cope. I think. So yeah, that's important. But it's really interesting the fact that he can fucking ping for 1. It's like, yo, dick. So obviously I have to get them guys low, but it's important. Now, this sounds silly, but I was sort of hoping they'd hit them. Because now it gets rid of both of those, and I'm sad. And obviously I can't reach it particularly easily because of the fucking things. So I have to sabotage it. I can't kill it. He can't attack, but he can ping me for 1 and then do that, which is an absolute bastard. And so therefore maybe in hindsight that was a waste. I should have void engaged maybe instead. Because he does that, pings. I think he can go into that, or he could do that instead, which is, yeah, because now he can kill that and murders him, which is not great for me. His raven dude has sneak attack. Why? I have to kill that. Should I have got Slayer out? Let's get Coriel out. There we go. So things are looking pretty good. Pretty good. And he does that. And I cry. And he returns that guy, and it's just the most painful moment ever. Because he's won. He's won! Super close.
Well done.
Super cool. Awesome game. So much fun. Like, hat off to that deck. That was just, that's my favourite game. Flat out. Just so brilliant. On that happy note, I'm gonna love you and leave you. Where is he now? Yeah, still in the top 10. I think he went to bed. Like last night he was here. I just like, who are these people? Like, like they must be so unemployed. I'm amazed they're not homeless. It's just like, it's day 2. How have you done 1100 points in the ranking? It's insane. But yeah, I'm 31st. I was 13th when I signed off last night, so yeah, I'll probably aim to do another 100. If I can do 200, that would be cool. But obviously, by that time, these cunts will be well away, won't they? I mean, look, I'm 30th, and I am 700 points in the red. Like, that's insane. But yeah, so Canis Vertex, hella fun. You know, hella cheeky, but not invincible. I would suggest, unless you are like an OTK, um, you know, relentlessly killing Corax, to go for the face. Go for the beautiful face. You've been a pleasure, guys. Tatty-byes.